Hi everyone, I am Maria Saka, and today I'll be talking about my Student Art Critic. Art can bring viewers into a dialogue with cultural narratives and community reflections. It can also serve as a window into the past, revealing not only the world around us, but also the internal worlds of the artists who created it. Camille Claudel's Torso of a Crouching Woman and John Seurat's Woman Strolling are two artworks that improve our understanding of the human condition and cultural transformations of the late 19th and 20th centuries. By exploring lines, color, and space, these two artworks express the theme of vulnerability, elegancy, and complexity within society. The first artwork that I'll be talking about is Torso of a Crouching Woman, made by Camille Claudel. She was born on December 8, 1864 in northern France. She was a French sculptor known for her emotional expressive and modern arts. Claudel was a student and collaborator of Augustin Rodin, but her career faced difficulties because of their physical and professional relationship with each other. Her sculptures, such as Torso of a Crouching Woman, was noted for their emotional depth and attention to the female body form. Despite her artistic intelligence, she was struggling with a mental illness and being confined into an asylum. She stayed in the asylum for the rest of her life until she died on October 9, 1943. However, her legacy is recognized and acknowledged in art museums like the Getty. Camille Claudel's Torso of a Crouching Woman captures the tension of vulnerability and sensitivity towards the human body. The bronze sculpture presents a fragmented and dynamic figure that focuses on the body curves and contorted posture. It also portrays a woman's body in a posture that suggests a musing and emotional struggle. The contour of the torso is not smooth or idealized, but instead raw and dynamic. The rounded, fluid lines drew attention to the woman's curled body, emphasizing the strength and weakness of the sculpture. The lines in Claudel's sculpture serves as a narrative element. The sculpture drew the viewer's eye along the curves and folds of the figure, which invited an observation of the physical and psychological state of the subject. The fluidity of the lines create a sense of movement even in stillness, suggesting that the figure caught in a moment of reflection. The difference between the sharp edges of the body and the smooth, rounded shapes highlights the separation of human emotions, strength, and delicacy coexisting within the same form. The color of the sculpture is not literal, but implied throughout the material. Her choice of bronze, with its shine and ability to reflect the light, creates a delicate shift in tone and shadow that brings the form to life. The interplay of the light and shadow enhances the emotional quality of the piece, suggesting an inner struggle that is both physical and psychological. The dark tones of the bronze sculpture imply a sense of gravity, while the reflective surface hints at a moment of hope and strength. The crouching posture of the figure creates a sense of self-discovery and amusing as if the woman is retreating into herself. The way the sculpture occupies the space, folded in and compressed, reflects an internal world that is at odds with the external world. The negative space between the figure limbs suggests both isolation and the weight the weight of unexpected emotions, which made the viewer aware of the emotional depth conveyed by Claudel. The next artwork that I'll be talking about is Woman Strolling, made by Georges Seurat. He was a French post-impressionist painter and the pioneer of pointillism, a technique using a tiny dot of color to create images. His famous work, A Sunday Afternoon on the Island of La Grande Jatte, represents his method and scientific approach to color and form. His advanced style aimed to capture modern lives, hence, while challenging viewers' understanding. His contributions greatly influenced the narrow impressionist movement and changed the path of modern art. Georges Seurat's Woman Strolling presents a vision of leisure and coolness. He was a pioneer of pointillism, using tiny dots of color to create a balanced image that captures the atmosphere of the 19th century urban life. Seurat's approach to line, color, and space is calculated to evoke a sense of harmony and rhythm. He carefully placed points of contrasting colors next to each other, which allowed the viewer's eye to blend these colors in balanced shapes and outlines. This technique results in a soft and elegant figure constructed from carefully arranged shades. The subcolor palette that was dominated by soft pastels contributed to bright quality of the painting, while the dark accents outlined the woman's figure, highlighting her grace and refinement. Seurat's approach not only captured the viewer's eye, but also challenged them to engage with the work on a deeper level. This modern style allowed the audience to perceive the shapes and depth throughout the color interacted that encouraged an appreciation for both the artwork's technical achievement and its narrative content. The subuse of warm and cool tones give the painting a vibrance that evokes the play of light on the figure and her surroundings. The color not only defined the woman's form, but also established a connection between her and the environment, suggesting a moment of quiet reflection and harmony with nature. The woman in the painting was positioned within a broader landscape, yet she was the focal point of the artwork. The placement of the figure within an open space conveyed a feeling of freedom and detachment from life beyond the park. The reflection of the woman and the landscape suggests a moment of relief from chaos of modernism, reflecting the growing importance of leisure and public spaces in the late 19th century Paris. The artworks by both artists offered insight into the cultural context of their time. Claudel's sculpture depicts a crouching, fragmented figure that was challenging traditional representation of women in art. The sculpture could also reflect her struggles as a woman artist in a male-dominated field. The unfinished quality and fragmented of the sculpture hint at the restriction imposed on women both in art and in society. Her artwork captured a moment of emotional turmoil, but also suggests resilience and the strength to endure. Georges Seurat's painting, on the other hand, reflects on the involving social dynamics of urban life in the late 19th century Paris. The figure of the woman strolling throughout a park represents a new cultural emphasis on freedom, public spaces, and the importance of reconnecting with nature between the chaos of life. His pointillism technique, which built forms through color rather than line, mirrors the hoax and constructed nature of social appearances. Also, his technique encouraged viewers to question not only what they see, but how they perceive the world around them. In conclusion, throughout their distinct approaches to line, color, and space, Camille Claude and George Seurat offer profound reflections on the human condition and cultural transformation of their time. Claude's torso of a crouching woman captures the complexity of human emotions and the struggle for strength, while Seurat's woman strolling evokes sense of harmony and study amid modernism. Both these artworks enrich our understanding of cultural contexts in which they were created, offering reflections on themes of vulnerability, identity, and social values. It also challenges the viewer to consider the deeper meanings embedded in the forms, inviting us to reflect on our own experiences, to search for moments of quiet between chaoses. Thank you for watching my video.